Now, the Kenya Railways is seeking to tap into the lakeside region by increasing the number of passenger services. Due to public demand occasioned by the Christmas rush, the Kenya Railways will have a 12-hour ride to Kisumu on Tuesday, the 21st of December, and a return trip to Nairobi on Wednesday. George Maringa was in the inaugural ride to Kisumu and made a return trip on the safari train and filed the following story.
After a weekend in the lakeside city of Kisumu, it was time for the trip back to Nairobi on board the Kenya Railways train. With a scheduled departure time of 6 a.m., it meant that passengers had to be on board in advance. Both young and old were thrilled to be part of the return trip to the capital, and they all occupied their seats as final announcements were made. In the engine, the coxswain Charles Dede was doing the final preparations before departure. He has been in the business for quite a while, and the over 200 passengers on board would be under his stewardship, something he says brings him pride. 6:15 a.m., the engine roared into life, starting a 12-hour journey to Nairobi. Passengers settled down for breakfast in the 24-hour restaurant, while others chose different timings for meals. This train has 2 first-class cabins, 3 economy-class cabins, and 1 restaurant car, and plans to increase the cabins are underway. The air-conditioned first-class cabins are fitted with storages, shelves, charging ports, a couch and a suspended bed, water dispenser and a sink. And the passengers couldn't be more thrilled.
This is highly recommendable because fine, it's slow, but that's the fun because you get to enjoy the scenic Great Rift Valley views.
The revamping of rail network that places Kenya as a trade transit hub into the vast East and Central Africa was done at a cost of 10.5 billion shillings. Refurbishing of the century-old line is expected to boost passenger travels, spur development in the region, and inject new life into a number of old towns that died after the collapse of the railroad. The revival of the passenger services is a big relief for passengers to Western Kenya. Once again, passengers enjoyed the spectacular nature in its full form and beauty as barges meandered the terrains of the South Rift and crisscrossed the expansive plantations, bushes and rivers. The stunning heights and sights of sceneries continued throughout the journey, as well as entries and exits through tunnels. However, the excited travelers did not disembark without feedback to Kenya Railways Corporation.
The package for the first class is also good. But I would suggest they have a family package for the first class, so that when I have a family, or we are 4 or 3 of us, we go into a coach, then they have a package for a coach, not what they are telling us that it is 2,000 per head.
As the train roars back on track, it is not only an alternative means of transport, but also provides a different way to spend 12 hours of a trip. George Maringa, KTN News.
Right, and that story by George Maringa brings us to a fast commercial break. You're watching Kivumbi 2022. A lot more still lined up for you, including why there are jitters in Nyanza region over the sick